Hey everybody, this is episode 18 of Out of the Box. I am here with Jason McAtee. You guys all know this guy. That guy. Jason is our former director of music and worship arts at Godfrey First. And we're going to talk all kinds of things, but the biggest reason or main reason why you're here is to talk about Sold Out coming up. So we'll get to that in just a few minutes. But first, as you all know, it's time for What's Up GFUMC. You've not watched any of these videos, right?
I've watched a few.
Okay.
That's all I could take.
So you probably don't know the theme song of What's Up GFUMC.
No, not really.
I won't make you sing it. All right, so What's Up GFUMC? This is everything going on at Godfrey First. I'm going to keep this short today because we have a lot to talk about with Jason, and I don't want to keep him too long. But this is posting on Wednesday, the 14th. Today is not Wednesday, but we're going to post this on Wednesday, the 14th. So the Salad Bonanza is today. If you have your tickets, great. If not, okay. You can still get them at the door. They are $10 a piece, and the Salad Bonanza goes from 11 to 1. Think you can make it out?
I might have to go to that.
I have never been.
What?
No, well, I'm not a salad guy.
Oh, man.
But Carolyn West and the United Methodist Women have kind of talked me into going this year, so I think I'm going to go.
You got to go.
Susan's going to go. It's going to be big fun. So the Salad Bonanza, Wednesday, September 14th from 11 to 1. The United Methodist Women have done a great job of getting all this together. There's signs all over town. It's good to see not only events going on, but our name out and about town and let people know that we are still doing stuff out of Godfrey, or we're doing stuff again. It's been a while since we've had this because of COVID and all that dumb stuff. In 2 weeks, on the 25th, if you probably have a gig that night, but September 25th, we are having a pet blessing at 5 o'clock at Godfrey First. You are welcome to bring your pets. You can bring your neighbor's pets, I guess. I told people at church, if you have just like some kind of rodent or something digging tunnels in your flower bed and you catch it, bring it on up. It's one of God's creatures too. We will bless that thing.
Give them a blessing.
That's right. So we're going to bless pets and animals. It's at 5 o'clock. The whole thing's going to be about 10 or 15 minutes long. There's a little liturgy and prayer and stuff we're going to do. And then we are setting up a photo booth so you can have your picture taken with your lovely pet. Susan's in charge of the photo booth, so you know it's going to be great. No pressure, Sue. All right. The other thing I want to lift up, before I forget, next Sunday, the 18th, is Holy Hiking Boots. Now, Tina got up and talked about that at church on Sunday. It's changed a little bit. First of all, you need to go to their Facebook page. There's a private Holy Hiking Boots Facebook page that if you go on Facebook and search it, you can ask for an invitation, and Tina will let you in, of course. And all the information about this is constantly on there. But Sunday, this Sunday, September 18th, it's at 1:30. She announced 2 o'clock, but she changed it to 1:30 at Fort Bellefontaine over in Bellefontaine Neighbors, just right across the river. So if you want to go and participate in that, or if you got more questions, you can, of course, see Tina about that, or I do recommend going to their Facebook page. That's all the announcements I'm going to lift up today, because the biggest announcement we have is that Sold Out will be here on October. There's a Facebook notification now. Sold Out will be here on October 2nd. We have one service at 10 o'clock. So don't come at 8:30 and don't come for 10:45. We have a service at 10 o'clock. But come early because it'll be sold out. Yeah, like that?
I've never got that before.
I know, I'm sure. There are no tickets. You don't have to buy a ticket. But we will be accepting an offering. But we'll talk about that in a second. First, we got to have a game. There's a game at every Out of the Box. Now, this one we haven't played in a while. It's called That's It.
I'm nervous.
Have you ever heard of this game?
Nope.
So
I'm not a big game guy.
All right. Well,
But I'll participate.
So, okay. You don't really have a choice. I mean, you can walk out, I guess, but that's. So what it is I'm going to give you a topic, I'll just say something that comes in nuggets. And you can give me like chicken, but that's not the answer I'm looking for.
You're looking for French fries.
I'm looking for something that comes in nuggets. So you'll go through whatever, and then eventually you'll say gold, and I'll say,
Okay.
that's it.
Gotcha.
Hence the name, that's it. All right?
Okay.
You get it?
It's confused.
We'll see how this goes. I was thinking like a Happy Meal or something.
It's very confusing to the youth, too. So that's why it's at my house and not at the church.
Perfect.
All right. A job that requires wearing a name tag. Now, there are many, but I'm looking for a particular one.
A name tag, huh?
So you can help if you want.
Yeah, why don't you do some helping? Why is nothing coming to my mind here? A cashier.
Cashier is not what I'm looking for.
I think that's a good answer though.
You're in the ballpark, though. If somebody comes and takes your order, they are a
Waitress.
waiter or waitress. That's it. See?
Oh
Just
yeah,
that easy.
waiter or
See?
waitress.
Just
That's
like
what
that.
we're thinking of.
Something a firefighter uses,
A hose.
of course, but that's not it.
No. Fire
Of
truck.
course it's not.
That's not it. either.
Ladder.
Nope.
Oh.
An axe.
Axe. That's it.
Right.
That's it. Yeah, I'll be keeping this game here.
Oh no.
Okay, good luck with this. Like you had a lot of luck with it.
Buddy.
This one should be easy. All right, an animal that starts with the letter L.
A leopard.
It's also the name of a Mercury car. Is Mercury still a thing?
Lamborghini.
That's not a Mercury.
I don't know. I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. You get what you get.
A Mercury car. What's a Mercury car?
The Mercury brand.
Oh.
I don't think they're a brand anymore. I think they're gone, but it used to be the Mercury. Oh, it's cat.
Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking.
Lynx.
Oh my gosh, I would have never gotten that.
Okay, this you might get because you got 2 dogs. You said right at home. A word that people yell to their dogs. I remember this is for church.
What's this rated? Yeah, I was gonna ask you.
We yell at our dog.
What was the question again?
A word that people yell to their dogs. Nope.
Sit.
Nope.
Stay.
Nope.
Fetch.
Yep. Fetch.
Fetch.
Well, you're doing a great job at this game.
I think I'm 5 for 5 right now.
I think we'll try one more and then we're going to just
I think we
stop.
should get a new game.
This, I'm confident you will get.
Yeah.
Some people make too much noise during this when you're trying to do this. Let's
Sleep.
say. Sleep. I knew you'd get that. Sleep. That's it.
I think we should.
That's it.
Let's end on that.
We'll end on that one. All right. So, as I mentioned at the beginning, Jason is our former director of music and worship arts. And I know there are many of you there that wish he still was because I'm it now.
Are you the guy?
You
You the guy,
yeah.
huh?
I am the guy. So, what have you been up to? So you started when you were
sure.
with us. You started singing with Sold Out. How did that happen?
That happened through a mutual friend. I don't know if you remember Grant Knowleswood.
Yeah.
So he did a little seminar there, and he ended up going on the road with Sold Out as like a mentor.
Okay.
Because they were getting ready to hire a band. And so he mentioned my name to play bass. One thing led to another, and I was their lead singer.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I remember you went out there to audition to be a bass player,
Right.
and then you said, "You know what? I got the vocals here too, right?"
I didn't say anything. But yeah, it worked out that way.
That's awesome. So at the time, the quartet was Matt, and Matt owns the
He
quartet.
owns it. He's been doing it for 21 years now.
Yeah. So for those of you that aren't familiar with how gospel quartets work, Sold Out is basically a company.
Sure.
It's not really the name of your particular group in a sense because people change.
Sure.
So it's the name of Matt's company, but the quartet is the vehicle for that company. Does that make sense?
Right.
I think that's
Yeah.
right. So
That's a good way to put it.
yeah, because when you go back to some of the old gospel quartets, so oh man, I really love the Statesman. Well, which version?
Sure.
Or Gold City?
Yeah,
Which
absolutely.
version?
Absolutely.
So, for the record, this is my favorite version of Sold Out right now.
Are you lying or
No.
really? Oh, cool.
Well, yeah, maybe I am.
Well, I know you like quartet. You like that.
I do
bass
like
thing.
quartet, yeah. So you had Matt, who owns a company, he sings the baritone part, and you guys will all meet all these guys when you come to church on October 2nd. And then Ian was the bass singer, and Ian, if you guys remember when they were here last time, had a beard and short hair.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's wearing a suit everywhere. He shaved his beard
Clean
off.
shaven. It's it's pretty strict where he went.
Yeah, so during COVID, there was a lot of changes.
Oh, my goodness.
I think in the industry.
Absolutely.
So Ian went to sing with another group then, and it's a group that, if I understand correctly, he wanted to sing with his whole life.
Well, yeah, they're based out of Nashville. His family's out of Nashville, so it worked for him.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Dusty was your tenor singer.
Mm-hmm. Dusty sings full time at the Ark in
Oh,
Kentucky
does he really?
now. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, he's there full time.
that's very cool.
Yep.
So who's in the quartet now? It's you and Matt, or trio. It's you and Matt and
Me, Matt, and Philip called. Philip was our piano player in 2017,
okay.
and he filled in. He's filling in. He was filling in for me, and then he ended up just sticking around.
All right.
Can't get rid of him.
So that's Sold Out. They're a
Yeah.
trio. They're excellent. You can go on YouTube and listen to a number of different songs. They have some new stuff that's up. But they will be here on October 2nd again at 10 o'clock. One service, and that's it. So besides Sold Out, what do you do? I know what you do. Why don't you tell them what you do?
So I am a mix engineer. I mix people's projects. I also produce, and I'm also a session musician.
All right.
So, yeah, I do that just kind of on the side whenever I want.
Are you still working with a church at all? Or are you
Volunteering at the river.
sponsored? River?
Yep, still doing that.
We have a couple of our kids in GPS Ignite that go to the river.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And I'll tell you this: we got our oil changed out in Bethalto a couple months ago, and the kid there, I forget how it came up, but church came up, and he goes to the river. And I said, "Well, I'm sure you've heard of Jason McAtee." Oh, that guy's awesome. Said, yeah, I taught him everything he knows. No, he didn't believe that at all.
You taught me some things.
Okay,
Just what not to do.
just not what to do. Exactly. That's exactly right.
Just kidding. Get out of here.
All right, so you went to the river and you sang with Sold Out, and you still was Sold Out. Tell me how you guys managed to do things during the pandemic.
Well, I don't really know because I was working full time at church.
Oh, okay, that's right.
So I really don't know the question to that. I know it was definitely difficult for them to find dates, of course. I mean, with churches being closed and online. But yeah.
So what got you back into the group? Well, let's do this. Let's
Sure.
talk about your typical weekend. People are going to love to hear
Typical
this.
weekend?
Talk about your typical weekend.
I don't know if I have a typical weekend because it's different every weekend when you're dealing with people and you're dealing with airlines, airports. I mean, it is a mess. But to kind of sum it up, we do a Saturday concert usually and 2 Sunday. And
So you mentioned that Ian is with the quartet now based out of Nashville. Where's Sold Out based out of?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Yep.
So you have to. I know when you first joined, you went to Cincinnati and met them pretty
was
much every time, right? And got
Pretty
on the
much,
bus.
Yeah.
How does it work now?
I basically meet them. I fly to meet them. for
You
the
meet them
most
wherever
part.
they are.
If it's under 6 hours, I'll drive. But just depending on the weekend, that's
So Matt's not driving the big bus anymore. is he?
no. He got rid of the bus, which is very smart. I love my bunk, but it was getting to be. I mean, it's an expense.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's cheaper to fly.
And it breaks down, and you're stuck in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So typical weekend, you fly out on Friday. or Saturday?
Sunday morning usually.
Oh, Sunday morning.
Yeah. Usually cut it close, but
Wow.
yeah.
All right. And you typically do well. I say typically, but you said there is no typically. You might have some show on Saturday night, Sunday morning, Sunday evening. Is that kind of how
Back home, yeah.
back home?
Yeah, home during the week.
Man, that's crazy. So, what kind of places? Give us some cities that you go to. Some of your favorite places that you've gone to.
My favorite so far this year.
Maybe besides Godfrey first.
Oh,
I mean, that's
well, sure.
we gotta pump up our own crowd.
We were in Phoenix and New Mexico 2 weeks ago, and
Wow.
I've never been to New Mexico, so that was pretty cool just to see everything.
So, most of your churches, most of the Southern Gospel thing is in the southeast part of the country.
Bible Belt.
SEC country for you
Sure.
football fans. Yeah, and there's a ton of them down there. Talk about do you meet with other quartets? Do you do combined shows with other groups or soloists or anything?
Sure. It depends. It depends on the weekend. Sometimes there'll be a gospel event, and we'll be a part of or be with other quartets. But usually it's just us. Matt has done a great job of building relationships with pastors, and so our schedule's always full.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, he's done a great job the last 21 years.
He's a great guy. So, and I know during the couple times that you've been to Godfrey so far, it's usually Matt has done this, I know, but we saw you in Carlinville too, so I've seen you more than just at Godfrey. We'll give a testimony and invite people, do an altar call or something like that. Are you guys still doing that? I know that was before COVID.
Not always, but we'll feel it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Matt's a great guy. He's got a great story. He's got the corniest quartet jokes, which every quartet for those of you, I have a barbershop quartet background, so I know corny jokes, man. And Matt fits right in. He's got them.
I gotta listen to him every night.
And laugh like it's the first time you heard it, right? Like the sold out joke. Oh, Joe, you're funny. So the weekend that you're here, for those of you, if you can't make it on Sunday morning, you guys are going to be in Columbia or Missouri.
All right.
That evening.
I haven't
yeah,
even
see,
looked.
I already looked it up because I checked.
Seriously,
I checked where you were going afterwards.
You did because
Dude is going to be, of course, she's at Mizzou at Columbia,
Oh,
and
cool.
she's going to try to hook up with you guys that night.
Cool.
And come out and see and get some friends to come out, so that'll
Perfect.
be fun. I know you sing at churches of all different sizes. It doesn't really matter, but down in the Bible Belt, are you singing for a lot of big mega church kind of places?
Some, yeah, for sure. Yeah, they'll range from 100 people to a couple thousand, and each weekend is different. And yeah, I don't know if that's what you're looking for, but yeah.
No, it's
And different denominations too. There's 50,000 different denominations.
oh yeah,
Like we sing at Baptist churches. Well, which one? Like there's
right.
so many. So it's pretty interesting the people we run into.
And there are places I'm sure you go to every year.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
So you get to some of those places like, hey, I remember you from last year.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Do you have any roadies that travel around with you?
we don't.
Follow you around?
Well,
Not
oh.
roadies, groupies.
Oh, absolutely.
You got groupies?
Absolutely.
Oh, Jason!
Here's a pie. Thanks. This don't even taste good, but I'll take it.
You got that? You know, the Methodist women, make sure if you bring him a pie
Hey,
on the
I
second,
know that food, though.
he'll take
I will
it.
eat
Just
that
make sure
all
it's
day.
good. So you do have some groupies.
Oh, absolutely.
That's awesome. What kind of record? I mentioned that there's stuff on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
What other recordings do you have out?
Of this new group, just the one. We released it last month, I think. But yeah, it's all songs that Matt wrote and 2 that Philip wrote.
So that's another question I have for you then. So how many original songs do you guys do versus some that are like every quartet does or their standards?
I would say probably 80% is original.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, we throw in some classics and some hymns too that people know. So.
People know hymns still?
Well, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. The people we sing to, they know 'em.
They know. They know.
Sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what else did you think? I mean, we've known each other a long time, and everybody at Godfrey First that is watching this have known you for a long, long time, and saw you grow up in the church, and saw you do one thing after another. Did you ever think, hey, I think I'll go sing in a gospel quartet?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I never.
Yeah, if
I didn't think when you said it, I'm like, okay, that's cool, because I'm a gospel quartet fan. I'm a quartet fan, but I always pictured you doing more contemporary
Sure,
stuff and doing all that. So because your band, what was it called before McAtee?
Grace Street.
Grace Street. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Gosh, that was a while ago.
So meeting with the Australian guy,
Grant.
I couldn't think of his name. Did he like say, "Hey, Jason, have you ever thought about gospel quartet stuff?" Or
Well,
I know you went to go play bass because you were playing, but
I wanted to travel and play music. I wanted to see what it was all about. So I took that opportunity to maybe lead to something else.
mm-hmm.
And just so happens I love what I do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What else? So you got any questions?
Do you sing the same set like every thing, or do you just get mixed
Good
up?
question. For those of you that didn't hear, no, that's
a
fine.
good question.
Do you sing the same set every show?
Usually, when we'll do a new album, we'll definitely hit that pretty hard. But yeah, it's mostly the same stuff. Maybe different order,
Right.
but yeah,
Keep you on your toes.
yeah. Because you can get in the same rhythm, and you're like, I guess we'll sing this one again. You know. So
Yep.
yeah.
And then, do you do different stuff around like Christmas and Easter? Do you have a Christmas and Easter repertoire? Because those are the church Super Bowls.
Sure. Not really so much Christmas. We take the whole month of December off.
Okay. For some reason, I was thinking January took off, but you take December off.
Mhm.
Okay. So when do you guys practice?
We don't. So we practice in the studio.
Now you're not going to know that when you come and listen to them. They don't practice. I'm not coming to that.
No, so Matt will send the song list, and we're expected to learn it. And so when we do sound check, that's when we run it, and we'll do it.
That's very cool.
Do you guys still go on the cruise?
Yes, we are going on a cruise next January.
Cool.
We usually go every year, but haven't been the last 2 or 3. COVID.
How often do you leave the country? Then
Just on the cruise, yeah. Yep.
Southern Gospel is not really big in Paris.
I don't think. Who knows? Maybe. I don't know.
So when you get around some of those other quartets that are like deep south, do you want to talk with their accent?
Some people have said that I have an accent.
Do you really?
Yeah. No, I don't.
Well, you do. You have the Midwest accent.
Well, yeah,
which is normal, by the way. Those of us in the Midwest speak normal.
Sure.
We're right. Everybody else is wrong. All right. So we got a few minutes left. So there's a couple things I do want to touch on still. I want to thank you for coming, first of all.
Sure.
Very, very busy doing stuff. But I want to make sure everybody knows, again, October 2nd, we're having one service at 10 o'clock. About how long is the program?
However long you want it, really.
Perfect. So
Seriously,
bring a lunch.
Bring a lunch. Not that long.
No, but I have let you know, and I believe I texted you to make sure this was cool with you guys. It is World Communion Sunday, that Sunday, so we are still going to have communion that day. And, of course, you guys are more than welcome to partake.
Cool.
Because United Methodist practice open communion, everybody. So it's up to you guys whether or not, and you tell us when you want it to be in the service, I think, or maybe Pastor Jay will have some say.
Cool.
I'm sure Pastor Jay will have some say.
Does he?
Yeah, a little bit. But we will have communion that day. The program, I believe, was always about an hour and 15, hour and a half.
Yeah.
With
that's
everything,
about right.
so it's
Sure.
about that long. But I also want to let you all know, immediately following the program that day, Bill Pyatt is starting his Bible study on The Chosen. So if you want to stick around afterwards, give Jason a hug, maybe give him a pie. Then go down the hallway to Bill Pyatt's class for The Chosen. There's a short video, about 30, 50 minutes or so, he said. All of them are between 30 and 50 minutes. And there's a short discussion after that. If you can't stay or don't feel like staying that day, you can go to Wednesday. That's the thing for 5th at 7 o'clock. And then the following Sunday, starting October 9th, that's going to take place during the Sunday school hour at 9:30. So how's Caitlin?
She's great.
And William.
He's something else.
I wanted you to bring William.
Well, it's his nap time.
Oh, that's why you're
I
here.
would've. Right.
So Susan and I did Out of the Box last week, and we mentioned the concert was coming. And I want to let you all know that we are going to be taking a special offering that day for these guys. This is their livelihood. This is how little William gets fed.
That's right.
Don't worry about Jason. He gets pies
I do.
on the road. They don't give William pies. So you, so make sure when you guys come that day, we will have our regular offering, but we'll also be taking an offering for Sold Out and help support them in their ministry and everything they do and spreading the word of God. It's a great, great thing. People, those of us that are in music, much to a much lesser extent with Ignite, and we get to go around to different churches and different community groups and around public areas and sing, spread the word of God. You guys are doing it 100-fold. It's awesome what you guys are doing. So we want to make sure that their ministry is supported. So be sure you come that day prepared to make a love offering to Sold Out and help them with their livelihood. What else you got, man?
I ain't got nothing else, Joe.
Nothing else? All right, so you got anything else?
No.
We're going to cut it. We're at almost 28 minutes. It'll be 2 minutes. I could give some more announcements. No, we don't want to do that. All right.
Nobody's looking at the time of this thing.
They will. When the timestamp is on there, when they say, "Oh, that video was 50 minutes long," I don't want to watch it right now.
I get that.
I do the same thing. All right, so that is Out of the Box, episode 18, with my friend Jason McAtee. You guys can come see him at the Salad Bonanza Wednesday,
I think I'm going.
September 14th from 11 to 1, but for sure with Sold Out on October 2nd at 10 o'clock. It's going to be a great time of worship and ministry, and we're looking forward to it. We really are looking forward to it.
Awesome.
So that's Out of the Box. We'll see you.
Bye.
Blessings.